is the most common source of major problems in a new construction house? I don't know if there's necessarily major problems, but there are maybe some common problems. We'll see areas that are not properly insulated. We'll see areas that are not properly ventilated. We'll see roof shingles that were installed wrong. We'll see roofing that was short sheeted. That means where it comes down to where the gutter is, it doesn't hang far enough into the gutter, so then the water's going to wick up underneath and then rot out the board. We'll see crawl spaces with mold sometimes, or some discoloration. We'll see some framing issues where walls that have like a bow in it, and if you look down the wall but nobody really knew to look down that wall. We'll see windows or doors that don't always open correctly. Heating systems and stuff that have maybe they're not balanced, or they got some quirky elements to it. So appliances that are not really hooked up right. Plumbing. Yeah, I've seen some crowns in the pipe. Maybe the pipe was bent and then they installed it, and so it's not laying against the plumbing hanger in the crawl space. So it's going to have a low spot here and then have to get up over the top of that. It could just create problems in the future. So I don't think that usually we find there's major issues, and the reason why is because we have building inspectors. Those are the local jurisdiction. Could be the county or the city is coming out and inspecting the building process as you progress along and at the end. But there still are those elements where we catch it still on the back end, and then we even do an inspection at a year, and we can find more things, or after the house is kind of done whatever it's going to do for a year you living in it. And I think both those times you can find interesting information. I think noteworthy information. I think beneficial in cost, if you will, meaning that you found the information, at least you can have them do it instead of getting past both these windows at a time. And then now everything's on your dime. You can have the builder go back to his contractors and get the stuff fixed for you. But also a lot of the stuff we see is, trim and walls and ceilings and things like that from a paint standpoint. The one that comes to mind, I was just thinking about it, is we had this nice house that had a vaulted ceilings, or they were way up high. It was 2 stories in kind of the family room. Everything's finished off. Everything's really, really nice. The reason it was significant is that they didn't properly paint the lid, and they didn't do the texture right on the lid. So you're like, okay, well, why does that matter? Okay, well, now we have all this nice hardwood floors. We got all this stone and trim and everything else and furniture in there. And we have to get somehow an apparatus to get us all the way up 2 stories inside just to sand and texture correctly and repaint the lid, and it's just difficult access. So it may seem simple enough, but you come up the top of the stairs, you kind of look over there, you can see this waviness that's going on. They didn't do it right. Well, somebody wants it right. Well, now you're all living in there, and what are you gonna do? Just uproot yourself for this period of time when they go to do it? Because it's gonna take a while. So those kinds of things I think are important for a trained eye to look at, and can help you and save you the drama later on down the road.